suggests that a 5-year expiration date on this couple's relationship is quite ambitious. Indigo says Meghan Markle is the epitome of money doesn't give you class, nor does it make you important.
Celebrity life is often full of conflicts and confrontations, and sometimes those conflicts can arise from relationships that were once close. But sometimes, these relationships can turn from friendship to unexpected confrontations, creating dramatic situations that cannot be foreseen. As in the case of Meghan Markle and Victoria Beckham, the two were once close friends but are now entering an unforeseen confrontation, where unexpected plots and feuds can arise from their relationships. The system has gradually become tense. Victoria Beckham seeks ultimate revenge on Meghan Markle amidst their bitter rift, with experts predicting that Meghan's struggling lifestyle brand could be the perfect satisfaction for Victoria. Despite once being close, their relationship soured, partly because Meghan accused Victoria of leaking the story to the press, supposedly making David Beckham angry. While the Beckhams' docuseries garnered a massive 208.5 million hours watched on Netflix in 2023, Harry and Meghan's series in 2022 gathered 72.9 million hours watched, possibly due to criticisms of the couple's behavior in it. Meanwhile, the Beckhams were praised for their honesty and family scenes, contrasting with the Sussexes' perceived negativity. Is this the best that Markle PR can do? Because David and the King had friendly conversations. Meetings, oh dear, jealousy from the Sussex again. Besides, I don't think Victoria and David will be pleased. They have their own lives, they don't need to be bothered about Harry and Meghan. To be honest, the friendship was dissolved some time ago. Victoria has worked for her success, and Meghan is using her title to gain it. That's the difference. But it's not the case of if the jam fails to sell, but when. Giving 50 jars away and hoping people will give you a free endorsement does not make it a multi-million-dollar business. How can you compare Meghan and Victoria Beckham? That's impossible. Victoria Beckham is as smart and successful as Meghan is vile and a failure. Victoria Beckham, with her intelligence and business talent, has built a famous fashion empire, gradually conquering the world market. She is not only a talented designer, but also a symbol of luxury and success. From Spice Girl to a successful entrepreneur, Victoria's journey is a story of strength, perseverance, and entrepreneurship. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle carries another story on her shoulders, a journey full of failures and hardships. It's all just due to my ignorance, selfishness, and ambition. Luckily, she became a D-list actress, but she didn't know how to appreciate it, and instead turned to seducing men. And many stupid people have fallen into Meghan's net, including Harry. Until now, Meghan has encountered many failures, from not fulfilling her duties in the royal family to facing pressure from the media and public opinion. Extremely worthy. People call it karma. That's right, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Both women have had a few tweaks, but Meghan is hardly recognizable compared with her days in Suits, and not for the better. It's a wonder the kids still recognize her. At least David Beckham is successful. He's also participating in the Prince Trust Foundation, which is very much appreciated since founded in the 70s. They are a happy family caring for each other. They do not attack or insult others to get attention. They don't sell anybody for financial benefit. Crazy couple Meghan and Harry have nothing to offer nor provide apart from the titles they glue to. Certainly, Victoria doesn't have to worry about waiting for Meghan's business to flop. It never existed other than Meghan announcing it on her website and sending 50 jars of jam out. That is not a business, and I don't believe Meghan can pull together any team, any suppliers, any financing arrangements. She is incapable herself, and she can't work with anyone but herself. Meghan was never famous, that's why she goes after successful people with unsubstantiated accusations out of her insecurities. She really was a nobody, and her attempts to grasp at straws for relevance are becoming more transparent by the day. Her accomplishments, if any, pale in comparison to those of truly influential figures like Victoria Beckham. It seems that the louder Meghan shouts and the more outrageous her actions become, the more desperate she appears to cling to the remnants of a fading spotlight. Harry and Meghan, one of the most privileged men in history and a D-list Canadian TV player who thinks she is something else. Grifters chasing a few bucks. Pick any one of 100 toxic media stories and you get the picture. Other people in the entertainment industry, past and present, do not a single bit of bad press. No smoke without fire. Just watch some of the clips of Meghan online, like Who exactly does this woman think she is? The trouble for us, she married well, and we never hear the end of hundreds and hundreds of media stories about this and the other. Some online papers seem to fill a quarter of their news with articles on these grifters. Both of them have some huge, ultra-size, inflated ego, that's for sure. The Beckhams have some fame due to the businesses they have been in. The Markles have done nothing to deserve the notice they get. Another class act, Victoria and David Beckham, who have stepped back from the no-class Markle. David and Victoria have never shown anything but admiration and respect for the wretched husband and wife. In short, incomparable. Beckham began his career at the age of 14 at the Manchester Soccer School, and from there, with work and talent, he became what he is. Victoria, from a wealthy family, still wanted to have her own career, and with work and talent, she became famous. The complete opposite of an ungrateful person who is only relevant for being the spare from England, who only enjoyed privileges, and an ungrateful cable soap opera actress with no relevance whatsoever. They can never enjoy the celebrity status of the Beckhams, who have both had extremely successful careers based on their talent and have managed to remain relevant through their many and diverse interests post-fame. The Beckhams have a sense of humor, are self-deprecating, and have the ability to laugh at themselves and not take themselves too seriously. They have oodles of likability and come across as authentic. Who can forget Victoria conspiratorially sharing with Parkinson her pet name for David Golden Balls? By contrast, the Sussexes have no talent and have accumulated a fortune by trashing and invading the privacy of Harry's family. They have shown the world that they are untrustworthy, unlikable, dishonest, lack humor, take themselves far too seriously, lack authenticity, and will sell themselves to whoever waves the most dollars under their noses. So the lovely David and Victoria have no competition from the Sussex. They aren't even on their radar. Not only that, but the Beckhams have worked hard and made something of themselves. What have these two done besides wreak havoc wherever they go? David also stood in line for 13 hours to view the late Queen, a true Brit. The big difference between the Beckhams and the Hackles. Harry has never done or made a steady stream of money, and she is a third. String actress. Enough said. The Beckhams are truly class people. So wondering, what part of the Beckhams do Harry and Meghan want to be like? Is it the big bank balance, the yacht, the fame, their talent, or their tight-knit family? Well, first you have to work hard to give something back. Oh no, they cannot do that, can they? There's no more discussion. They are being themselves. They have no talent, respect nobody, and try to steal other people's ideas and claim them as their own. Harry was conned by this woman as she tried and rarely succeeded. She triumphed with Harry, and now he knows he has only a disastrous path to freedom. I feel sorry for him. He is in a very unhappy situation. Any money the Sussex have earned is due to their untruth about others, especially the royal family. They live off others. Her jams were a bust. American Rivera Orchard is a bust. She can't get anyone willing to work with her. No CEO. Anyone she has talked to or tried to work with has said they're not interested in working with her. Too difficult, too opinionated, and she won't listen to anyone. In addition, the Sussexes talk about their charities and what they're doing. What they don't mention is that the majority of the money collected goes to support themselves. The expenses they charge the Invictus Games are outrageous, but this only since Meghan became involved. While in the royal family, her expenses became a big problem to the point where Charles to Harry had to curtail her expenses big time. Ultimately, Harry is not worthy of being compared to Beckham. Big difference, Beckham has had a superb solo career and was internationally known before they met. After their great sports and musical careers, Victoria worked hard for years to build her brand, which was a great success. David became a model, businessman, UNICEF ambassador, and owner of Inter Miami CF, and he is a real and true royalist. Harry was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, has no talent or diploma, and has not achieved much. Do not forget that the Invictus is not his creation, but a joint creation of the royal family which left him the patronage. Meghan has had a very modest comedian career. Very few people had heard of her before the officialization of her relationship with H. She would have liked to be in politics, but missed the exam that would allow her to enter a political career.